Hi everyone, welcome. My name is Candace. If you have not been to my channel before, this is Flosstube number 38, and it's a channel about stitching. We have cross stitch, knitting, sometimes there's quilting, but not lately, and there's none today either. There's one or two things that I may have acquired for the quilting, but I've been so into stitching lately that if I have time to do something, I'm stitching. I would love to be able to do all the crafts all the time. So many things I want to do, just not enough time. So if you're returning, thank you. Thank you for coming back. If this is your first time here, welcome. I say so a lot, and I don't know, this one should be pretty short. I was pretty stuck on just a couple of whips this time. Last week, if you watched last video, I said how it was sunny and I wouldn't be stitching on Let It Snow. I got done with my video and it was snowing like crazy outside. I don't know what in the world I did. I must have jinxed something. I don't know. And then we got some more snow this weekend. The kids had a lot of fun playing in it, as did the dogs. I hope that notification didn't ding for you guys. I'm sorry if it did. And again, I really hope you guys can't hear that. I'm sorry. But I don't want to try and shut it off because I'm afraid I'll stop the video. And then I'll do all this again. So let's just get into the stitching because there's not a ton. This should be a quick one, unlike the last couple weeks. January is done. So my focus pieces that I was working on in January for Whip Go. If you're not sure what Whip Go is, if you haven't heard the term yet, it's like bingo, but for your whips. So Jessie Marie from Jessie Marie Does Stuff has a Flosstube. She is also Jessie Marie Does Stuff on Instagram, and she has a Facebook group. You can find that by searching Whip Go 2021. Anyway, she had done this for herself, and then, I don't know if it was last year or 2 years ago, she kind of brought the idea to others, and they joined in, and this year I joined in. Now, last year in January, I would have had like 2 whips, because I started stitching in November of 2019. So it's been just over a year for me. So I wouldn't have had anything, and I knew nothing this time last year. I had no idea. Now, I still have a lot to learn, but yeah, I'm in deep. I'm not the only one. So anyway, Whip Go, I had worked on Mini Autumn Cat Magic and Glendon Place Woodland Wonder. My goals in Whip Go are yearly goals. So while I did fairly decent on them, I mean, I could have done better on Woodland Wonder. But we've moved into February. So now I'm working on the 2 numbers that were called for February. So the first one is my number 20 is a new start. I still haven't started it. I mean, it's only February 3rd, but I haven't started it yet. So it's Celebrate Christmas from Madame Chantilly, and my goal is the top tray. So the other one is my linen and thread sampler. I have been killing it I didn't work on it on the 1st, but yesterday and today. So yeah, so let's get into these whips here. I don't have any finishes. I don't have any fully finished objects. I know Fat Quarter Shop is doing fully finished object February. It's like FFO finish it February or something. I don't know. Fully finished February is the hashtag. FFO fully finished February is the tag. But I saw that today on their Flosstube, and I was like, yeah, that's probably not me. I need to fully finish stuff, but I'd rather stitch. So let's get into whips. I was with you guys on January 27th. That was the day that Jessie Marie called the numbers, so I had the numbers last week in my video. So I've worked on, we'll do this one first because it's my daily that I do for Stitch Talk HAED challenges, and it might not look like a whole lot compared to last week, but I actually got a fair bit done, and now since I have rolled it to where you can see the bottom, I am completing all of the colors that have the fewest stitches just to get them done and get those colors into different projects. So I don't want to have the DMC every single color for every single project because it gets expensive that way. So the point of doing all those small colors is that I can move those colors into other projects. Mostly Mini Autumn Cat Magic because they share a lot of similar colors. So here's where she is. So there's a bunch of stitching that's being done here on the sides and down at the bottom. And really I've been doing, oh, and this butterfly has pretty much gotten done too. That little one down there. So most of what I've been doing is 50 to 70 stitches a day on this. I have not done it yet today, so I still have my stitches to do today. But this year for Stitch Talk HAED challenges, for the 100 days challenge, it's at least 50 stitches a day. Last year was 30. So I'm excited because I can get pretty good progress on this. So there's that one. And then I might as well just show you the other full coverage one I worked on. This one I was doing, I did not bring my tablet down here. So I'll insert a picture of what it's going to look like when it's finished. It's from Charting Creations and it's called Christmas Pixie. And I was using this one for Bookshelf Challenge, I think. But on Saturday I ended up doing, oh no, it was my January focus. That's what it was. So I was trying to hit another 1,000 stitches for another entry. So I did 823 stitches on this on Saturday. Lots of $37.99. This one calls for a lot of $37.99. So I not only did I get a bunch done up here, I got a little bit filled in, and this red is new. So that red right in there is new. I did move this from McHugh Snap onto a scroll rod. These are the Easy Stitch. I can show you right here because this one, I got a bum one. Can you see that? You see the difference in size? So they're even at the bottom. The taller one is 36 inches. The not 36-inch one is 35 1/4. So they're sending me a replacement 36. And then she said, can you send a picture so that we, you know, our people will have a better idea of what to look for? And I said, yeah, because, I mean, this is obvious. Those are not the same length. And it's not like you can just roll with it because you need the ends the same when you put the spreader bars on. So they're going to send me another one. But these are the Easy Stitch scroll rods from embroidery.com. Mine use the hook and loop, the Velcro. So it'll make it easier to, if I want to color complete at the top with the $37.99, it's easy to get in a lot of solid color stitching like this for challenges. And then work on some of the other smaller things later. So I did get quite a bit of stitching done on that. We had some snow this week. I got some stitching done on Barbara Anna's Let It Snow. And then where I was last time. I know I have a picture of that. And I ended up ripping out the weight, all the weight at the top. Like I said I was going to do last week. Let me do it this way. So I ended up ripping out all the white that was up here and redoing it. with B5200 because my fabric was just a wee bit too light. So there we are. I've gotten the fronts and sides of the houses done. I got some of her dress done. The cat, the tree. I can't remember if I had the tree last time or not. I got some more snow done down here. The outline of the heart. So, I mean, pulling those stitches out and redoing was not something I really was super excited about, but I feel like you can see the white better. Still my snow day project. I will work on this whenever it snows, and it has not yet snowed today. I don't think it's supposed to snow for the next couple of days. We're supposed to get really, really cold. Down into the single digits. Really cold. I love winter. I love the cold. Just not the really, really cold that can hurt my kids. Hurt my dogs. I forgot. I forgot to show this one. Last time, Mini Autumn Cat Magic, I used this for 2 challenges. So, bookshelf challenge in... Sorry, I have my notes. Oh, I used it for Take a Hike, and I used it for the January bookshelf challenge in Full Coverage Fanatics. So Take a Hike is in Semi-Sane Stitchers. I know, it gets confusing. I have to write all of it down. I have like a full page of notes for February, so I can keep track of what's going where. But here's where I'm at now. So I got a ton of color put in around the hat there. And then I did, you can probably see the traveled stitches over in here through it. But I did kind of like, once I was done with the color up here or near the hat, I just kind of went down and got the rest of them, because these colors don't show up again until over here with the leaves that are on this side, and then there's leaves down at the bottom. So I attempted to put this on a scroll rod also, because then I figured I could finish like the whole top, roll it middle, roll it bottom. But I need more of the hook and loop. I tried just to use like 3 little pieces just to hold it in place, and it wasn't, the fabric was not taut enough, so I put it back in the Q-snap. And I'll just work in this area until I need to move it, or I get more hook and loop tape, or a different scroll rod, or. All right, only 2 more whips. Just 2 more. So, Linen and Threads Mystery Sampler. I kind of have a mess right here. My goal for Whip Go on this one is, because this is one of my Whip Go for February, my goal is a finish. And I didn't have a ton left. So I needed to finish October, do December, and November. That's it. And the reason why I said those in the wrong order is because October and December are next to each other. November's the bottom. I'm going to do November last. So, last time. And I'll either put in a picture of the whole thing or just where it was when I started working on it yesterday. You'll see one of those. So, there we are. Look at that. I got this motif done and this motif done. I'm going to have, there's a big snowflake right here, but there's also other, like, I don't know if it's 4 snowflakes around it that are smaller, but I do it in this really light color. But I'm pretty excited because those 2 motifs are done. Everything matched up at the top. Everything matched up. So excited. So here's the whole thing. I'm sorry about the rolling on this side. There we go. That's the whole thing. I'm getting there. And I really, really, really want to finish it by the end of this month. I think that would be amazing. I know I kind of want to stitch all the things but it would be fantastic to get this one done and checked off the list. So the last one was a new start yesterday. This is from Hands On Design. It's called a Waffle Lot. I'm sure if you guys watched any of the Black Needle Society unboxings, or if you watched my video where I opened mine, this chart from Kathy Haberman was the exclusive chart for that box, for the Date With Your Stitching box. Now, from what I understand, eventually this will be available to the public. But for a little while, at least, it's exclusive to the people that bought the box. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to do the 3D, like, pillow type thing that she did. I'm going to do the top, and then here's the back right there. I'm going to do this with this border, and they will be like two little hanging Valentine ornaments, you know, that I'll hang on the wall or whatever. So I started it last night. No, I did not center my start very well, but that's okay because this is the end. So it just goes down from here. So I got some border done. And I don't really have a plan as to when I'm going to work on this. But this is just on 28 count white Monaco that I had. It's just a scrap. So I'll do one here and one down here. So I'll just have them both out of this piece. But Michelle G. Bendy Stitchy said, hey, why don't we do a Sal? I could jump on board with a Sal. And I didn't even have this kitted last night. So it's still not really kitted. I don't have any of the flosses in here. I'm just pulling them out of wherever they are. And then when I get done stitching, I put them back where they were. So this one will probably just sit by my chair and I will just pull it out when I need some like quick, easy stitching. Because I did this last night in hardly any time at all. So there we go. And the hashtag for that, if anyone else is joining in, is Waffle Lot Sal. So Waffle Lot S-A-L. I posted my start last night. I did not see a post from Michelle, so I don't know if she started it yesterday. But it was funny because I commented on her video and I said, I don't even have this kitted up yet. And it started yesterday on the 2nd. And she's like, I don't either, and I'm hosting the Sal. So hopefully she got it started. Okay, that's it for whips. As far as plans, I am going to continue to work on linen and threads. I want to get Christmas, Celebrate Christmas started. I have all the fabric and everything for it. I just need to put the threads in the bag. As far as the groups that I'm in, Semi-Sane Stitchers, I've heard that there is a password we can give you guys each month so that you can join. Using the password instead of knowing someone personally. That's how it was before. You had to know someone well enough to recommend them for the group. I think there's a password now. So I'm going to check into that. And if there is, I will let you guys know next week if that's something you want to do. The whole thing about Semi-Sane, though, is they want you to participate. Not just join the group and go, oh, this looks like fun, and then not ever participate in any of the challenges. So Stitchopoly is this month. It's like Monopoly. Roll the dice, land on the spot, do the number of stitches that you landed on. So I'm going to use various projects for that one because it's funny because they made the stitches the same amount as the price of the property. So like, what is Mediterranean? 60? So it's 60 stitches. This is also in Semi-Stain. The February focus, I'm going to do Magic Study. So I got Magic Study on a scroll rod today. 'Tis a beast, this 36-inch scroll rod. Here's my problem. So my fabric is cut correctly. I didn't start in the right spot. I counted over from this today because I was like, why do I have so much fabric over here? Do not start full coverage projects when you have COVID. and you are extremely fatigued. All 400 and some odd stitches need to come out. I need to pull these out tonight. Thank goodness I wasn't farther along when I moved it out of the Q-snap. I do not know what possessed me to start so far over. My mind is blown. So I will be starting right in here, I believe. I marked it. Oh, right here. Okay, so this square right here, that's where I'll be starting, is right here. So as far as, like, you know, the length, that's fine. It's the width that's the problem. This is 750 stitches wide. And I would have, if I would leave it where it's at right now, I'm missing a row right here that I would need to stitch. So I have to move it. I have to move it down. And I tell you what, when I was putting this in the scroll rod, I counted so many times. Each square I was like 10, 20, 30, 40, all the way to 750 to make sure that I was going to have a little bit of space left on this end. But this way, what I would like to do is kind of work across the top in, not by pages, not by rows, just kind of like by color, or just work on a color until I get bored with it and then switch to another one. I don't have, the only goal I have for this one this year is to do 21,000 stitches on it. That's my only goal this year. So, I mean, now I have to pull out those 400, I think it's like 456 stitches I need to pull out now. Give me something to do after dinner, I guess. And then start restitching. Hopefully. I might, after I pull the stitches out, I might be like, maybe I'll set this one to the side for tonight. So, I don't know. I was so bummed when I saw that. But I'm just glad I didn't have too much. So, let's see. For the Take a Hike challenge, that's kind of a background challenge that runs all year in Semi-Sane. And it's different hiking areas. So, mountains, trails, and it's, I believe it's elevation. It may be length of trail, but for some reason I don't know now. Now I gotta look, because I can't, someone is yelling at me saying, no, it's this. Either way, I plan on using Magic Study, Mini Autumn Cat Magic, and Christmas Pixie for 3 of them that I'm kind of working on right now. So I'll probably stick with these projects. Mini Dark Goddess is another one that I plan on using for some of the challenges. I haven't shown that one in quite some time. I really want to get back to it. And finally, for Semi-Sane, the Christmas sampler. So C came out. I have not done the letter C yet for Alpha My Bet. I need to get it done. D comes out next Friday. Not this Friday, but next Friday. So I've got some time. I was going to put that in a scroll rod, and I realized I don't have any spreader bars that are going to give me enough room to do that next alphabet. But I don't want to stitch it in hand, because on Jobelin, my stitches look sloppy when I stitch in hand. At least on there. I started trying to stitch in hand on this one, and it just, so I might just have to move the Q-snap around. Like, after I do my C up here, I'll just work my way down and move the Q-snap. I don't want to put it in a longer, because then it's awkward to try and hold. I mean, I guess I could use my floor stand to hold it. My husband would be shocked to see me use it. Full Coverage Fanatics. I told you about the 21 and 21 on Magic Study. 21,000 stitches. I really want to focus on that this month. I want to finish the January bookshelf challenge. The last book is The Great Gatsby, and it was 4,490 stitches. So I'm going to use Christmas Pixie for that one. The February, the cool thing about that is in the bookshelf challenges, you can't work ahead, but you can go back. So because I finished 2 of the 3 books in January, I can work on that 3rd book any other month of the year to try and complete it. So February bookshelf challenge, one of the books is Outlander, which, funny, I'm actually reading right now. I have not read the series yet. I am still on book 1. I'm about 3/4 of the way through. No spoilers, please. I won't even read the description of the second book because I don't want to be spoiled. So I'm going to use Magic Study for that because it's 8,500 stitches. So I'm going to use Magic Study for it. The next book is the Notebook. I'll use Mini Autumn Cat Magic for that one. And then, like Water for Chocolate, I'm going to use Christmas Pixie after I finish the January book, The Great Gatsby. So those are my plans. I'll still work on Let It Snow any of the days it decides to snow. And it's not snowing right now. It's still a little bit light out and I can see out the window over our washer. So that's all I've got as far as whips and plans. Oh, you know what? How about we discuss just really quickly how many stitches I did on my full coverage pieces in January. So Birds and Blooms, I only worked on that 2 days in January. Total 684 for stitches. I don't count stitches unless it's for a challenge, but with Pattern Keeper, it makes it super easy to keep track of how many stitches I do on certain days. So I am keeping track. And then I showed this last week, but here's the project page, and then I write down how many stitches I do for that day. So Christmas Pixie, I did 2,713 stitches. So I'm a little over 5,000 stitches total on that now. The Christmas Sampler, I've worked on 3 days total. That one I'm only keeping track of what days I work on it. I'm not counting stitches for it. So I need to get cracking on the letter C. Magic Study, I only worked on 2 days for 456 stitches, which I now need to pull out. So what I'm going to do, since I use friction pens, is I'm just going to erase those for January and pretend like I didn't even work on it in January. I'm still calling it my New Year, New Start because I did start it on January 1st. Mini Autumn Cat Magic. I did 5,095 stitches in January, which is awesome. It's amazing. I'm so proud that I did that many. It gives me hope that I can finish some full coverage pieces before I die. So 5,095 stitches. So now I'm at a total of 11,005 stitches on that one. And that one has 70,000 stitches. Mini Citrine, my 100 days piece that I'm doing right now, I did 2,224 stitches. That puts me right around 29,000. Oh, a little over 29,000 stitches on that. And that one has 56,000. My goal for that this year is to hit 75% on it. I've not stitched on Mini Dark Goddess yet this year. I only did 1 day on Quarantine Cats, and that was 264 stitches. And that's it. Those are all my full coverage pieces. So let's do some quick stash acquisition. Sorry. I got these little jars at Target. They were in a 2-pack. They're perfect to hold my Wonder Clips. The cats can't get them, but they can get a mouse. There was a mouse in my house. Mouse in my house. Husband found it on the floor this morning in the living room. Oh, geez. Okay. So, as far as stitching stuff goes, I got some more. These were sold out. They're Mill Hill kits that are the snowflakes, the beaded snowflakes. These ones that I got were sold out when I had gotten the rest of them, and I want to make like a tree that just has these on it. So this one is the Gold Crystal Snowflake. Here's the Ice Crystal. And I've never done any of these before, but I became obsessed with getting all of them. Star Crystal. And these do come with all of the beads and the thread and the perforated paper. Is it oh yeah, I guess it is paper. I didn't know if it was canvas or paper. So there's the Aqua Crystal. I love this one. I think it's so pretty. It looks like my husband's birthstone. And Sapphire Crystal. So I got those, and these are going to go with the other ones. And I really need to start like a Mill Hill Monday. That's what I need to do and work on them. I got another cross stitch journal because I filled up this one. So any new starts will now go in here, which means a waffle lot needs to go in here. So actually I'm just going to put this in there so I don't forget. I don't plan on starting anything else except for Celebrate Christmas in the next, I'm not sure how long. Now I had seen, I want to say it was Joji from Steel City Stitchers, that it was either her or Erin had said how they found these little bags at Target in the dollar spot. They were $3. And it's just a little zipper bag. It's perfect for a little project like Waffle Lot. And then, I mean, this little thing can probably go. My cats will probably try and attack it, but I like this one. And they're just, the bottoms are just slightly boxed. Just a tiny little bit. Maybe an inch boxed. So those are perfect for a little, you know, throw in my bag. I did get my Floss Frenzy from Fat Quarter Shop. This one's a monthly subscription. I got an email not that long ago that they had spots open again. So if that's something you're looking at. These are Carolina Blue. So these are a bunch of blues. We have Sky. Jaybird. I like this color. Sorry. Let's get it all. I like this color. Dutch Iris. And actually, I'm kind of glad that they're not greens because of all the greens that I bought last week. Blue Jeans. This is Shepherd's Blue. That's like a really nice gray blue. And Periwinkle. Funny. I have a bridesmaid's dress. I never worn that color. Fat Quarter Shop also started carrying color and cotton. I went ahead and I decided to get some because I'm in the Color and Cotton Floss Club, but I only got 3. And I really like their threads. I like the colors. I like the way they're subtly variegated. I really like them. So I got some off of Fat Quarter Shop. So this is Palomino. It's like a really nice, you know, color for snow or whatever. Chimney Sweep. Grape. This one has some grape variegation in it. And there's no rhyme or reason to these. They were just to enhance my stash. That one's Boysenberry. Here's Arctic. Snow Cone. I like this one. It actually looks like the fabric that I'm doing Let's Talk Winter on. That's what it looks like. Seashell. I love this one. Red Fox. If I would have had this, I would have used it for the Darling and Whimsy Quirky Quaker, the little fox one. I got Chai. And Primrose. So these were just colors to kind of enhance. I haven't really used a whole lot of purples lately in regular charts. I mean, I've got full coverage with purples, but I just kind of wanted some more options because I have, in all of my hand-dyed flosses, I've got a lot of blues and reddish colors and neutrals, but I didn't really have anything that I could grab out to replace in a chart. So now I do. Okay, so that's all the stitching. I got my Sweetwater, this is the tagged subscription from Sweetwater. It's their personal label club. I get 1 a month, and this was this month's. Super cute. I think I'm going to have to do a red and white Valentine quilt and put this on the back of it. Again, so many plans. When am I going to have time to do all this stuff? Okay, so put that with those. Fat Quarter Shop got this fabric in. It is all of the Moda solids on, I got yardage. There's a panel too that has one of all of them, but I got the yardage. I want to make some project bags out of this. I want to. And then this was just fabric to go with my folktale collection that I still need to decide just exactly which quilt pattern I'm going to use when I make that one. I guess I don't need to put that back in there. I did get this Charming Baby Quilts book. Even though it says baby quilts, you can make these any size, but there were a lot of really neat looking quilt blocks in here, and I really like this one. Just went right past it. It just uses 2 charm packs. And you could easily use 2 different ones or 2 of the same as long as they coordinated. A solid charm pack, which in this case would probably be like white, I would think. And then, well, actually you'd probably want a coordinating color because the background's white. But anyway, that one is called the Just Blooming Quilt. And where's the other one? This one's super easy. It's called Color in the Lines Quilt. It is just strips sewn together. It uses a charm pack, and I believe you just cut them in half. I thought about using this one for this X's and O's, and just using red scraps, and then putting my quilt label on the back of it. So there's a lot of good stuff in here. Oh, I didn't get that one. And then I went ahead, sewing flying geese. I'm not good at it. So I got this pack of foundation paper for flying geese. So I figured I would try this out, make some blocks with it, and see if I could get a better grip on flying geese. Finally, so this is a knitting notion. It's from Wee Ones, Wee Ones Creations. So it's weeones.etsy.com. These are stitch markers. Now I did the random set. So this is what I see when I open it up. There's the stitch markers. There's this little itty bitty envelope. I mean, look at my hand. These things are tiny. And there's a tiny little note in there. So I open it up, and it is a tiny little envelope. Look, it's got a stamp on it. Look how tiny that is. Pardon my cuticles. So I open it up, and there's a little note inside. And it says, "Dear Candace, thank you so much. Best, Julian." Tiny little note. And then this one had a list of all the little creatures I got. So, here's a badger. Oh, stop moving. It's so cute. Here's a hedgehog. This one is the squirrel. Oh, it's a chipmunk. Sorry. It is a chipmunk. He's like all curled up on himself sleeping. I got the polar bear. He's sleeping too. And a little raccoon. This guy's cute. Like, I don't want a raccoon in real life, but look at him. He's adorable. So that's Wee Ones on Etsy. And these are all handcrafted by them. I forgot a whip. These just reminded me. Totally forgot a whip. So I'm going to keep these in their little box and then put them safely away after my video. My knitting whip. You guys didn't even show you how far I got on my sweater this week. Ay, goodness. Okay. I'm getting close. I have 2 inches to go before I start the ribbing at the bottom. And there we are. This is where I was last week. Right where that little marker is when I showed you guys. So I've gotten, I don't know, 5 or 6 inches done probably. I'm still so excited about how the color is turning out on this. It just looks so good. I can't wait to wear it. I cannot wait. So, and I actually held it up to myself and I was like, maybe it's long enough. But no, I'm going to go a little bit longer. I want to make sure that it falls comfortably on me. I may not need to go a full 15 inches from the armhole though. So, and then I just have sleeves. And once I get worked down a little bit on the sleeves, I thought about doing 2 at a time. But I think I'm still going to alternate 2 skeins just to, I mean, your sleeves are bigger and then they get smaller as they go down, so there shouldn't be a ton of pooling, but I don't want to risk pooling on the sleeves when I've worked so hard for no pooling on the body. So this is the basic Raglan sweater from Locatelli, and I realize I've forgotten some information on some of my whips this week, and I'm sorry. My kids were stressing me out before they went to swim, so my brain was just not working quite right. But the yarn is Madeline Tosh in the colorway Denarius. Find one of my messy balls. So yeah, that's where my knitting whip is. And I'm basically just working on this until it's done, and then I'll move on to another whip. I want to try really hard not to start anything. So many designers keep coming out with good patterns though. Even Joji came out with another one I wanted to do. I thought, oh my gosh, these people need to stop. I mean, not really, because just so easily enabled, and I know I'm not the only one. Anyway, that is all I have for this week. I hope you guys have an amazing week and a great weekend. And I hope you stay warm if it's going to get really cold by you, like it is here. That just means more stitching time, right? Can't go outside and play. Might as well stitch. So, I am going to get this stuff cleaned up real quick. Get this video edited. Hopefully you'll be seeing pictures. And it seemed to work out good last week. Hopefully I can make it work out good again this week. And then I'll see you guys next Wednesday. So have a great one, guys. I'll see you later. Bye.